Student have joined, then I will share my slides.
Pravas sir, if they are on the call, please inform your students to join. You see, computer science, Triple E, all these, they are related to this domain. They must join. We can wait for 1 minute and then you can start.
Okay.
Can you start, sir?
Yes, sir, you can start. I think students are joining. You can start now.
Okay.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. So my screen is visible to all students?
Yes, sir. It's visible,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Clearly visible.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, good morning all students. Mainly I will brief what are the communication domain contents and how we'll guide the students and what is the subject structure and job perspective, what is the career perspective. So everything I will discuss in detail. First, I'll let you go through the slides what I am showing you. If you will have any questions, you can stop there and you can ask questions directly. So in the communication domain systems, mainly we are focusing all engineering branch students, and as we are EC department, electronics and communication department, so it has two parts. One is electronics, the other part is communication. So in electronics, we are teaching all kind of basic knowledge like embedded system, VLSI, and electronics and its application to all students, computer science student, EE, triple student, and EC student. And in telecom system, telecom sector, we are mainly focusing some new technology, which are the currently technology that all industry peoples are working. It's for the current requirements, like in 5G networks and 6G networks, in machine learning, how that machine will learn from the computers or devices. So that we'll discuss here. So in the next slide, so these are the communication domain faculty members. All are highly qualified faculty, and they have the doctoral degree also. And Prabhat Kumar Patnaik sir, he has more than 12 years of experience, and in communication fields, he has vast knowledge. He knows how to guide the students and how to support the students, how the student will choose the right career path. He able to guide very well in PKD campus students. Mainly last year communication domain students got 100% placement. So I request to mute. I think some news noises are coming from some students. Yeah, MD Alam, can you mute yourself? Okay, so these are the faculty members who are involved in our communication domains, mainly from Vizag campus. Dr. Murali sir is there. He has a quite good experience in communication. If you go for some interest in research, then sir will guide properly, like in antenna design, in embedded system, or in some kind of wireless sensor network, in optical networks also, he will guide. And Sunny sir has a lot of experience in antenna design, same as antenna design is HFSS software, in CST software, as well as some automation, like you have already taken that industrial IoT and other embedded domain field also, he can guide properly. And Dr. Chinmay Dara has completed her PhD from Triple IT Bhubaneswar. He has a vast experience in machine learning and other biomedical signal processing. And she is very good in communication skill also. She will able to guide the student in proper way, so that the student will get a better placement and they can build their career in proper manner. And I am the domain coordinator now, and I have also done my MTech from IIT Kharagpur and PhD from Deakin University, Australia. I have also more than 12 years of experience. Main thing is all our faculty members have knowledge how to guide the students. So this is the main importance, because sometimes student will choose their career after 6 months or 7 months, again they are changing their field. So main thing is first all student, you have to choose the proper career path. You have to first decide that in which way you have to prepare for placement drives. Placement drive points of view, in all domains, there is only basic requirements of some fundamental knowledge. If you know all the basic knowledge of all subjects, like some coding knowledge also in C and data structure, I think all students will get placed. So our main objective is 100% placement in all domains. In communication domains, all students are getting placed, that I know, but after some times they are changing their career from that company, because they are getting more salary in other company, then they are changing. But what is my suggestion? If you have already decided, suppose you will go for the public sector, like you have to prepare for GATE exam, or I'll show you what is the career perspective cases and how to develop your coding skill, so that company will see your profile and they will directly uh, give an invitation to join in their company with a higher package. Next, I'll go for, these are the new technology. So in case of this communication domain, we are focusing what is the current technology. In case of 5G or 6G, I think by 2021 that 5G technology will everyone will use, because mainly for that now in COVID situation, all are doing with high data speed rate, video conferencing, meeting, online examination, in order to deliver the products. So in medical, in agriculture field also, the 5G and 6G, these are the current technology, all are working. In industry, they mainly focusing on that 5G technology, and some are also now working on that 6G technology. Like some company mainly started working, like Qualcomm, Samsung. So these company are providing a huge package to the freshers, like more than 30 lakhs or 50 lakhs they are providing. If you are strong in knowledge, then only you can go for that one. And as I mentioned, that data rate is very, very important now. Mainly 10 giga GPS data rate is required now in order to compete with others. So that's why we can use the bandwidth requirement also. So if you go for the bandwidth requirement, in general cases where we will use the fiber optics we have to use. In the fiber optics cases, the bandwidth is nearly 10 to the power 4 times more than the other communication like microwave communication and other communication. So that's why we are mainly focusing these two technology. One is that free space optics, that is known as FSO technique. Other one is VLC, that is visible light communication. Other one is that LoRa technology. This is the long distance communication technology we have to use. We have to design the antenna using HFSS software and CST software. Also, our students have published last year more than 5 Scopus journal. And other one is the MIMO technology. MIMO technology means multi-input and multi-output. In this technology, what happens? In the input side, so number of users are more. And in the output side, receiver sides also, the users are more. So, more number of users, both in transmitter side and the receiver side, how they will interact effectively, and we have to increase the spectral efficiency of the system all in all communication networks. That's we have to going to use this technology in our communication domain. All these are in your syllabus. In our recent syllabus, we have used that LoRa antenna, then multi-input, multi-output. Then also in optical networks, we have used that FSO and VLC communications. And we have also and now included that 5G modulation techniques, some new technology we have included in our syllabus. Now the career and what is the scope? Mean all BTech engineer students have, these are the 4 possibilities. Suppose if you are very strong in core subjects like in basketball subject, in domain knowledge, then easily you can qualify for that UGC NET examination or the GATE examination. I saw how our one student scored 580 rank GATE score in the last year. So job point of view, I think as for our requirement for the placement drive in our college campus, there are many recruits are coming. So you have to only know the basic fundamental knowledge of all subjects as well as some coding skill like data structure and C. That is the basic requirement, because they will ask some basic questions related to that, some software knowledge or not. Other higher studies, you can qualify the GATE examination or GRF like UGC NET, then you will get a scholarship 35,000 in any IIT or in NIT. Then you can go for your research activities there. So that is also a one career specific point of view. Other thing is, you also suppose you want to build some startup like company. So there is also a chance of entrepreneurship from this domain. And R&D, research and development cases, I told you, if you want to work in the new technology, so you can publish your project in a good journals, and also you will get some develop some patent. So that is also possible in this down. So career scope, what are the designation our students are getting as a telecom engineer, or that is that RF engineer, like who are working in that microwave field, their designation is RF engineer, then software programmer, software engineer or software developer, the network planning engineers, so software analyst, field test engineer. In the field test engineer, suppose I will say, for example, of optical in BSNL, some people are working, what they are doing, suppose there are some stations there, one is station at Cuttack, one is at Bhubaneswar, and they are communicated through the fiber optic links. So they will use some kind of devices like OTDR, optical time domain reflectometer, and one splicer machine. So one end of the connector they will put in the OTDR, optical time domain reflectometer. Then they can easily see on the screen that where there is a disconnect or joint or breaks are there. Then suddenly they will send the technician there, and they will use the splicer machine, and they can join the fiber. So this is also one telecom job what the BSNL people are doing. Then in defense, DRDO scientists like scientist C, scientist B. So there is a huge requirement. Every year there are many advertisements. They are only recruiting the EC student. Those who are strong in telecommunication or communication subject, they are only selecting them. After that, they are one of that alumni also now working as a scientist in DRDO Balesar. Then ISRO exam, you know that all EC students every year there is an ISRO requirement, and they are asking only the basic question. They are very simple question they will ask, but cutoff is very high because number of candidates are more. That's why you have to. There is no negative marking in ISRO examination, but you have to score very high cutoff. Then VAL, BL, BDL, that is the Bharat Dynamics Limited. Then HAL, that is one examination is there, Hindustan Aeronautic Limited. Then BHEL, that is the Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited. And GRF, I told you, by qualifying GATE or UGC NET, you can go for the GRF, Junior Research Fellow, and you will get the stipend of 35,000. This is the government scheme. So you can also go there. Second thing is the opportunities in like in Indian Air Force, Indian Navy, and Indian Army and other PSU jobs. Our one alumni Lata Sri Das also got one government job in Indian Army. So that's why it is very, very important. If you focus on that PSC job also, as a EC student, there is a huge opportunity from this domain. Communication parts, these are the basic idea because other branches students are also there. So that's why I am giving this one. You see, they know it, but computer science, electrical, mechanical, civil, this is the basic idea. Communication means nowadays one transmitter will be there, one receiver antenna will be there. Then in between the channel is there. Channel may be different types, like that may be free space, that may be optical fiber, that may be twisted cable. Okay, so there are mainly this type of communication is there. So one student can work on the receiver part or in the channel part. So when you go for the research activities, so we can how we reduce the noise analysis, how we reduce the interference, how will suppose the signal will have multipath propagation. Suppose transmitter side to suppose this is the transmitter side, this antenna, then there will be some multipath propagation in the channel. So in the channel, what are the noise? How to the interference? How we can reduce? So in that case also, one can work, and they can use different type of advanced technologies like in modulation scheme, that is orthogonal frequency multiplexing. So all these advanced modulation technique we can use, and we can reduce the noise and interference. So that is one research part. Other thing is the receiver side. In the receiver side also some antenna are there. I told you we can use that MIMO antenna like multiple input and multiple output antenna. So what happens using this technology, we can improve the system complexity. Okay, hardware complexity we can reduce using this new technology. We can increase the spectral efficiency. So mainly for high data rates, the communication EC students has a great role. So they are learning all the new technologies, bandwidth requirement, high speed data requirement. For that reason, the IC students are computer science students are some computer science students are also working as a data engineer, or they are working as a data scientist. So what they are doing, they are processing, they are collecting all the data from the different network. After that, they are processing. So the data they can extract easily from that very different networks and optimize the data flow. That's why they are using some machine learning algorithms. After that, what they are doing, data engineers are mainly collecting the information and processing the work with the enterprise data system. So data scientists and data engineers, these are also some career perspective for EC students, and computer science students also they can join. So combinedly they can work as a programmer, and they help the IC students. So we need also some CSE student who are good in programming, and they can help the students, and combinedly they can work. One, that internship the students are, because in we are providing this one in 5th semester, so there is no gap in this semester. In one semester we have to complete the 18 credits, but in basket 5 we have internship, so that internship you can go in summer. In 6th semester we allow you, and we have also collaboration in BSNL. For Bhubaneswar student, they can go to the BSNL Bhubaneswar, and for the Vizag campus they can go to the Visakhapatnam. That one Samir lab is also there. They have set up in one antenna lab where you can see how they are fabricating the antenna, how the microwave communications takes place. So that is a huge setup lab. So Vizag campus student and PKD campus student may visit to Samir, and they can see how the communication system is very, very important for a nowadays for EC student as well as from other branches students. And that internship we can provide in summer, so there is no issue. But in 5th semester we have to cover our all subjects. So from outcome point of view, suppose some computer science students will join, they know Python, so I can assign some kind of projects. The projects are I am working on that one insulin pump prototype project. Your senior, some 7th semester students are also already implemented software implementation of this project. They need only in this project we require some Python programmer who can able to write the code, and EC student we need because they will implement using Arduino board or Raspberry Pi. So in this domain we are providing all the basic knowledge of electronics. Like I told you that embedded system knowledge you can get, all the communication setup, networking concept, optical concept, as well as wireless sensor network. So that concept we will provide in this domain. Other thing is nowadays the current technology, some human sensors are there, how they will interact with the machine. So that also we can use in that wireless networks. We will use some Arduino board and other board and some sensors in order to show the real-time project to the students. And using machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence, we will using CNN will provide in this machine learning approach. And 5G related some study project will do, and mnemotechnic related some antenna design will use using HFSR and CST software. And the FSO is fiber free space optics. So in free space optics, as I told, due to that bandwidth requirement, we can set up one transmitter part. We have to use some laser. That laser will transmit the signal, and that signal, the light signal, will pass through the fiber optics. And in that middle, in the channel region, we'll use some repeater, which will pre-amplify the signals, and that will reach at the receiver side. So in receiver side, we'll use the photo detector, and that will detect the light signal, and it will convert to the electrical signal. So using the MATLAB Simulink, we can set up the PSO block diagram and VLC block diagram, and we will show the practical demonstration how it will work. Second, this is also very, very important nowadays for that 5G and 6G communication, the radar system implementation, how the radar will detect the signal, how they will reduce the interference. So according to that block diagram of radar system, we have to use the MATLAB Simulink, and we'll show what is the signal to noise ratio analysis at the receiver side of that radar. In radar, actually, two antennas there. One is a transmitter antenna, receiver antenna, and one target will be there. So after getting the reflection from the target, it will reach to the receiver, and the receiver we can analyze what is the signal to noise ratio analysis. So all the basic knowledge of all subject, everything, whatever with the knowledge you'll gain, depending on that fundamental knowledge related to GATE exam, UGC exam, and placement point of view. This will help in placement as well as the public sector in it, PSU job. In this domain, see all of you now, this is the domain structure. We have keep here only 4 subjects. One is the microwave communications. Without microwave and radar communication, I think as a communication engineer or as a student, it is incomplete. So this is very, very important. That's why we have included the microwave and radar communication. I already taught to these students like electromagnetic theory and antenna design part. So here you will get a lot of information like what is the waveguide, rectangular waveguide, then circular waveguide, then what are the passive component, active component, then some traveling wave tubes. So microwave, RF communication, all the detailed information you will get in this subject. Satellite communication you already know. If you want to work or interested in ISRO exam also, you have to know what is the satellite communication block diagram, what is the communication technique like TDMA, FDMA, and CDMA, this technique, as well as some setup of satellite communication like what is the oblique frequency, what is the downlink frequency, then what are the different type of satellite subsystems, then what is the fading technique, then what is the propagation like Friis formula, what is the receive power calculation. So all this information is in this subject. Other thing is, since we are going for that RF engineers or RF testing engineer, all the BSNL towers you already know, since we have already tie up with that BSNL. So there you can visit and you can learn what is the real experience in that RF testing, how they are measuring the signal strength at a particular, there is one device is there. If at particular location you can find out in this place, this is the signal strength, at other place what is the signal strength, why the signal strength is less here, why there is a problem in the networks, why the people are, number of users are more here or number of users are less there, and what is the communication setup like mobile communication tower setup like BTS, BSC, MSC, all kind of information and practical experience, hands-on practice you can do in this subject. And optics and wireless sensor network in this subject, this is a very, very important now concept, because optics we are using the technique like FSO, that free space optics, in order to increase the bandwidth requirement for the high data rate speed, and some wireless sensor networks like all kind of, we can use some Arduino board, Raspberry Pi, and other board, that advanced embedded board, to how the sensors really they are useful in communication, that we will implement and do some project here. And the project point of is 6 credit project. In this project, what you will do, you can do one good project, and you can, if you publish one paper, so we are thinking that we will provide some extra credit to that students, like suppose more than 90 marks if they will publish one paper during this period. You can also, suppose one student is doing good work, we can also extend this project to 6th semester. So no issue if it is a quality project. So this is the main here the project discussion is very, very important, because that will recruiter will see your project. They will ask only the project, what you have done. If you have done a good project, then they will not see any domain you are belongs to which domain, or you are belongs to embedded VLSI or machine learning or that PLC or mechanical, some go to market, all these things. But project is very, very important. So I request all students, whatever be your branches, you do the project from starting onwards, from you generate some idea that what you will do. This is your own project you have to put in your CV, so that easily you can placed in a good company with a handsome salary. So this is very, very important project part. So this is only 18 credit, theory part is only 4 credit, practice is 8, and project is 6. So I think this is important for a student point of view. So this you keep in your mind. You can also visit the CUTM Coursera and you will find this subject list there. Then pedagogy part, same as other subject you have done in first semester, second semester, and third semester and fourth semester. In this case, what happens? Only the difference is the delivery is different. Here we will give the theory section is very less important because only one credit is there. Only will focus on project and practice. Practice is very, very important because if you do the practice session, you know the coding part, that you can compete with other students. You can globally compete if you have some coding knowledge. That's why from starting onwards, we'll give some tips like MATLAB, Python, and C, C++. Whatever the theory session, we have to implement using coding, and you have to visualize using Python or using C, using C++, or using any like theory part means you will use that HFSS software, that is high frequency structure simulator, or CST software. So all softwares are available in our all campuses. So there is no issue at all. But for internship point of view, if you need in summer, you can go to the BSNL, and that 2 credits will be added as a basket 5 because domain also basket 5. So 2 credits you will get extra. So that becomes 20 credits. So 18 plus 2 becomes 20 credits. An evaluation system, same as other subject like internal practice, then external practice, internal project, external project, first internal, second internal. From last year onwards, we are doing presentation because due to that COVID period. So this system now changed. So we'll assign some project or some topics to each students, and they will present. Based on that, we will evaluate the second internal examination. Then same as end semester examination, you have to appear, and you will able to achieve 18 credits from this domain. And main thing is that publication, if you have some good publications in good journal like Scopus other, then we will give some extra grade to that student. So these are the policy, the mark distribution, that depending on that internal practice 50, external practice 50, that depends on the actually credits. That if it is a less than 2 credit, that full mark will be 50, internal will be 25, external will be 25. If it is more than 2, that becomes 50 and 50. So these are the practice project distribution. And mark distribution of project, suppose you will go for the product, paper, or patent, then also you will evaluate like this report you have to submit. Suppose you have done one internship, you have to submit one report, as well as involvement 20 mark, Viva 15 mark, and presentation 10 mark, total 50. So this is the total mark distribution. This is same as other domains also. So we are following the university policy. So these are the last year domain student achievements. PKD campus, there is a 100% placement in PI Infocom, then Allsec Technology and Square Yards. So these are the placement from PKD campus. And Bhubaneswar campus, I have added some student because the last year only we have 12 students were there. So our one student, Sushir Saurabh Nanda, 2020 also qualified the GATE examination with GATE score 580 all India 2425. In GATE examination 2021 also, the mark then you also know after some time you will forget, so you can score the less. So continuous practice is required. In each semester, from starting onwards, you have to work hard. Otherwise, your performance will degrade. That's why I put here how the in 2020 it is 47.6, but in 2021 40.33. So if you not work hard, because other students are competing, there are all India competition is there. So that's why you have to work hard. You have to compete with the other student, other colleges. Then only you are able to get a good placement for your better future. So Byju's got one Aditya Kumar Sharma, but that is I think some business related development. That is 10 lakhs per package. This is the 21 batch pass out student, and Binoy Kant Bera also got. Then Josh Dal 2 students are selected. And Sudhir Kumar Samal, I think, got selected in many companies, like 5 or 6 companies got selected. Then in Ranch Polymer Private Limited, Mahendra Kumar Sahu, Susri Patsani, Extramat, Sudhir Kumar Samal, and Square Art, Abdullah Chakraborty, Sudhir. These batch pass out students. So I have only mentioned these things. All students are getting placement in this domain, but after some 6 months or 1 year, they are changing because they are getting better opportunity with high packages. And yesterday I got a call from a student. After 1 year, he got now 15 lakhs in Capgemini campus type. So this is the success story. I will run one video. This is the future technology. If it is audible, you tell. Otherwise, is it audible? Hello? Is it audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it audible or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's audible, sir.
Audible, sir.
Sir, video is not available, sir.
Okay, so this is the bandwidth requirement. What are the new technology all are there? Now, if you have any questions, you can ask so that after that I can run the video.
Sir, I am from civil department, sir. So,
Okay.
so it is benefit for me, sir.
Listen, civil department, I think in 5th semester at least you choose one civil department domain, but in 7th semester you can take this one because as a civil core branches you have to learn some domain department related domain. You can choose, but I think one domain is better if you choose one civil department domain.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what is the main difference between embedded system domain and wireless communication system domain? Main difference. Why should we choose either? Because I need
Yes,
to know.
yes. I told you that it is an ECE branch, okay? Electronics and Communication Engineering. So in electronics part, mainly I told you that some embedded system belongs to some electronics part. These are the some 40, suppose it is ECE branch 100% as they are, 40% we are learning from that, okay? Like some hardware implementation, small projects. So these are the BTech ground level work. But if you go for some application layer, like higher package in that company, then you should learn the new technology. So that new technology part we are covering in the communication part, like advanced technology. If you will not get that 5G or 6G knowledge, you will not get in cyberspace optics knowledge or VLC knowledge or that radar knowledge or the microwave link knowledge or satellite communication knowledge. You will not get in embedded. But what in embedded system you will get? Embedded system entry level knowledge you can get. How you are implementing the software and hardware, how you are writing the code. So this is the basic level. If you want to compete with an IIT or NIT student, so you should know the communication, the advanced new technology. But as a entry level, it is okay. Embedded system is okay. So this is the cases. In communication system is what? Already there is a transmitter, receiver. So the communication takes place from transmitter to receiver using what? Some board. We are using some that embedded board, IURN board. In our department, we are using Arduino or Raspberry Pi Zero. But some advanced boards are also there. In order to achieve main requirement is what? Same implementation in real field project, or suppose you will use some agricultural field. These are only small project implementation in order to gain knowledge how we are implementing. So that embedded system is a part of communication system, and embedded system is a subset of communication system. That only you know at least. And in communication system also we'll do some project related to, I told that using Arduino board, that wireless sensor network, that implementation will give you and we will guide you.
Okay, any further questions?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Could you demonstrate?
electrical students may choose if they are interested, like what that previous student asked, get some knowledge related to some embedded system, embedded board, as well as some new technology like how to work in the data, different data link layers and communication protocol, or some coding concept there, or in communication we are mainly focusing on that machine learning part. We will also use some algorithm in order to increase the system complexity. But you have to choose two. Suppose communication system will choose here in 7th or 8th semester, you have to choose one electrical domain, so that there will be if one will see your certificate, so there will be no confusion that from electrical why you have to choose that communication domain system. Another domain you have to choose in 6th or 7th, 8th semester, because we have many domains are there, possibilities are also there in 7th and 8th. We can 7th, mainly 7th, you can choose another domain which are related to electrical like PLC and other domain what they are providing.
Well, can you have any other question, or we'll move to the next presentation?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, it's my question like this in course division. Like now we have something like 4 and 5. The last one is project. Like in this semester, how many subjects should one choose here? Like microwave, satellite, and TV communication, cell site.
No, here mainly I told you there are credit distribution is 4, 8 only. So 4 only with theory part. So we have only whatever with the GATE point of view, whatever with the public sector exam point of view, we kept one credit to each subject. Like 3 subjects are there. One is microwave, one is satellite, one is optics, and wireless sensor network. So these are actually very important for PSU job point of view, government sector job point of view. That's why only 1 credit or 2 credit we have assigned. Only 4 credits we have assigned, but we will complete all these things. So there is no individual subject here because it is a domain. So serially session wise we will complete. There is no
Yes,
individual
yes, sir.
subject here. Yeah. This
Yeah,
you have
but
to
my
consider.
question,
Yeah.
if someone like now you can register, how many subjects can you take here? 1 or 2 in domain this semester?
No. This is you have to consider communication system as a single subject. Okay, of 18 credits. There is no separate subject. There is no separate code. Only one code is here. So it is a single subject of 18 credits.
Okay,
So
okay,
this-
sir.
Any other questions?
questions?
Hello.
Yes. Yes, and you can ask any questions.
Hello.
Yeah, you can ask.
I think there will be no other questions now. So we'll move to the next presentation. So
Okay.
Haris sir,
Thank you. Thank you,
Dr.
students.
Haris, for the presentation, and thank you for
Thank you,
clearing the
sir.
doubt to the students.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, any other questions? Someone is out. No. So
Okay.
we'll,
Okay, sir. Thank you, students. I think my contact number is always with you.
Sir, excuse me,
Uh,
sir,
if
please
you-
give your details.